My thing is, and I feel bad for Russian citizens, and here's why.
Yeah, I agree.
Hold on, but here's why though, and I don't care if I catch flack for it. They did not agree to this. That would be the equivalent to Afghan citizens saying, "Hey, fuck everybody in the U.S. We did not want this war. The citizens did not call for this. The citizens are always I feel as though always the scapegoat for when their government fucks up, and that's what's happening. Like, so I had to do a report for school, and it was talking about how Russian citizens are being hacked and their files are being wiped, like their entire.
So you had to talk about that for cybersecurity and stuff, like.
No, so the topic
because Russia right now is like kind of top of the line hacking themselves.
We can touch on that too. That's for a different reason, but
okay.
But no, we just have like every week we have to do like a current event, and I've been following the cybersecurity in regards to this crisis, this incident, because it affects a lot of things, and me personally, the U.S. for a long time I feel did not take cybersecurity seriously. Here's why I say that. Up until just recently. Anytime that a private institution, particularly one that managed critical infrastructure like your gas, power, and water, anytime they got hacked, they never had to report it to CISA or DISA. I think the reporting agency is DISA, or I can't remember which one is the reporting agency, but the key thing is they never had to report these. And when they paid ransoms from ransomware, they never had to report it. So you literally have private industries who manage our power and our water, the pipeline hack. When they get hacked and they pay tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to ransomware. Public
utilities don't have to report that?
No, Congress has just now passed a law this past week that forced public infrastructure companies to report any type of hack, including ransomware and ransomware payments, within 72 hours to CISA. So for a while, they never had to report this. And here's the thing with Russia when it comes to hacking. Russia, especially during the Cold War, just started sprouting up engineering schools and made their citizens go to learn computers and cyber and all these other things. So they're getting this in grade school, and so the equivalent of our elementary school, that's when they're getting this information. So they are being bred into it. Now we do have things that are kind of similar. Like in Russia, they have a hacking convention where they literally play war games of hacking critical infrastructure of the countries. And this is like fun.
So it's not even a stereotype.
No, it is not a stereotype. Like, this shit is real. Like, now, don't get me wrong, the U.S. has conventions like that too. However, we also had to look at, not when computers first started coming out for home usage, not everybody could afford that. Hell, most people couldn't even afford the internet at one point. Internet has just now become cheap enough in recent years that everybody can have it.
And most people don't realize the internet was actually around back in the 80s. It's just that very few people had it before you had World Wide Web, because the World Wide Web wasn't available till 93, 94.
Right, because at first it was ARPANET, which was only for the military, and then it became commercialized.
Yeah, and so internet was commercial before the web came along, but it just wasn't that useful before you had the web. So most people used internet for Usenet groups and email. That was about it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the most of the time that's what it was used for. So a lot of times it wasn't like commercial. Like, the most people that used it were like Berkeley and if you were in colleges or the military. That was it. Once dial-up came about, and that's when everybody had access to it, it was still expensive.